It's your boy Crypto Blood. What's going on, people? I got you a late video today, people. Man, I woke up on the wrong side of the bed this morning, I tell you that. So everything kind of got shifted, pushed back 3-4 hours. So my West Coast people will get this almost well at 1 o'clock noon, and East Coast really late. Guys are probably just getting ready to wrap up the day at the office. Yeah, I woke up late. I was groggy, and normally I'm you know, I get up and get going right away, but today I just couldn't do it, people. So I'm giving you guys, I did want to give you a video though, because I had some important things to go over. We're gonna go over Bitcoin, where, you know, we've evidently seen a price pullback, as I kind of thought we would, around the 10,000 marker. It overshot it about 1,000 and some change, but that's only 10% from the, well, actually my marker was 10,300, so it overshot by just shy of 10%. So we'll talk about that, and then also got an article I want to go over that just continues to paint the narrative, people. What we're seeing, the big boys are coming into the game. So we gotta keep an eye on this and just, you know, play the game accordingly, basically, you know what I mean? So, but before we get into all of that, make sure you jump over to cryptoblood.io, pick you up one of those holiday tees, 16.5 bucks, limited stock. They are going, that's for sure. So check them out, get them, cop them. Also, I wanted to give a shout out to Mark S in the Webbot room. He's doing a crypto Christmas countdown for 2017, showcasing basically the top 31 tokens out of Clif's reports, the Bare Naked Wealth reports over the past year or so. And thought it was an awesome idea. So he will be posting each starting December 1st. He'll be posting the first crypto. It'll have like year-to-date returns, some other goodies about the token. I thought it was neat. So kudos to Marcos. Thanks for doing it, man. And I will post each day as well as he issues them out. I will be posting them on the site, or on YouTube, I should say. So yeah, people, let's get into it. It's your boy Crypto Blood. Again, welcome to another episode of My Two Satoshis. And today, man, we got some good things to talk about. I want to get your feedback on it as well, people. Firstly, we're sitting around 9,500, and again, we're going to look at some of these candles, how they're forming, and I think we'll be telling to what direction we go from here. But first, let's go ahead and take a look at market cap, people. We've dropped tremendously, man. We're under 300 billion now. 291 billion is the entire market cap for the crypto markets, and Bitcoin dominance is at 55.7%. So definitely some profit taking here. Definitely some profit taking here. And you know, I told you guys 10,000 is a nice whole number. Markets like whole numbers, and markets, all markets are. It really is the psychology of humans collectively, for the most part. Of course, you know, with all the manipulation in the equities and bond markets and all of that, with the algos and high frequency trading, that may not be the case. But in a purist, from a purist you know, perspective, point of view, you know, markets are simply human psychology and human behavior. So markets love whole numbers, and I knew that at 10,000 we would definitely need a break, and a lot of profit taking would occur at that level. So let's go ahead and take a look at the chart though. So as stated before, down here, these types of angles in an uptrend are unsustainable. So we broke again. I drew this line yesterday and we broke it the next day. So what, in my opinion, what will happen here, just to kind of give you guys this candle, yesterday's candle is really, like, I don't think I've ever seen a wick that long on a candle ever, with the exception of maybe the Brexit event when I was trading FX. Still, I had to turn my algos off actually, and I was manually kind of monitoring things and trading. Besides that, I have not seen wicks this long, and I can't remember. So this can be considered maybe like a shooting star, but I would still consider that a lot of profit taking from 11,400. People sold all the way down, and it closed near its open. So you saw some, move downward as well, but the bulls bought that back up. They bidded that all the way back up, and it almost closed at the open of yesterday. So that's big news to me from a market psychological level and market psychology. I think we're gonna see a move down, and a move down pretty significantly. When I say pretty significantly, I don't think more than 30%. But we're definitely going to take a breather, I believe, and I could be wrong. But I'm just going solely off the formation of this candle. Lets me know that Jupiter wasn't having it, people. The red spot almost engulfed us. So I think we'll see a pullback maybe to 7,500, 8,000 range over the course of maybe the next 5-6 days. It'll, the market will digest everything. It won't just happen tomorrow. It won't just happen the next day, most likely. So we'll see some digesting of what's going on, where we are, people kind of figuring it out, and we'll kind of go from there, in my opinion. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. But I do want to just clout myself up real quick. This is a tweet I put out on the 29th, which was yesterday. And I said, boy, if I were an active trader of Bitcoin, I would be selling short right here at 10,900. So that would have been right around $10,927. So that would have been about right there, near the top. Near the top. Let me just do a line. Let me draw a line here. 10,900. I'll just put it right there. Boom. That's where I would have shorted. And I would not have covered my shorts yet. Not at all. My shorts, I would still be holding on those shorts, and I would probably cover in the next 5-6 days. I think we're gonna get pretty low here. So, and even down to let's say we go to 8,000. That's only a 20% correction, and that's been normal and not out of the norm as far as price swings in the corrections. So yeah, I think that's fine. I think 7,500, 8,000 is where hypothetically I would have covered, but I'm not really actively trading. I'm just trying to stay away from that with Bitcoin, and I sure in the hell wouldn't short in this market. I wouldn't short anything. That is the most dangerous thing to do in a new market like this. to short. So definitely will stay away from shorting, but you know, I'm just putting stuff out there just to let you guys know my feelings and thoughts about things. So today's article is coming out of Bloomberg Technology. And yes, people, the Nasdaq is planning to introduce Bitcoin futures. Are we surprised? We shouldn't be. So the article says here, Nasdaq Inc. is charging into this race to bring Bitcoin to a greater swath of investors as the digital currency's price barreled beyond 11,000 on Wednesday. The New York-based exchange operator plans to introduce Bitcoin futures next year, according to a person familiar with the matter, becoming the third major U.S. exchange, I should say, to dive into the red hot market for cryptocurrencies. Nasdaq will introduce the products as early as the second quarter, and the contracts will trade on its NFX market, according to the person, who asked not to be named, discussing a private matter. The plan is yet another sign of a large exchange operator pushing Bitcoin further into the mainstream investing universe. The offering will pit Nasdaq against two bigger competitors, CME Group and CBOE, which I've told you guys about, and I've been following it ever since I heard about their efforts to do it, but both of which already announced plans to offer cryptocurrency derivatives. Nasdaq is a comparatively small player in the futures market, which may make it harder to cultivate an image as a destination for cryptocurrency derivatives trading. This is true, but what this is doing, guys, in my opinion, again, it's creating all of these on-ramps to Bitcoin. Institutional funds can now start to really pipe through capital and into this Bitcoin market. So again, in the short term, when I mean short term, because we have to kind of define that in cryptocurrencies. Short term, 1 year, 2 years, even maybe 2.5 years. This is going to be fully bullish for cryptocurrencies. It's going to be absolutely bullish. But in the long term, I think it sets up a stage for Wall Street to really manipulate Bitcoin and the price of Bitcoin, I should say. Not manipulate Bitcoin, but manipulate the price of Bitcoin. It's a difference. You can't manipulate Bitcoin because it's a decentralized protocol. All right, that's the power behind it. So yeah, let's kind of see what happens here with that. I just want to finish reading the article up, though. One thing I did want to take note and let you guys know was pretty interesting is that how the Nasdaq plans to handle hard forks. So the Nasdaq contracts are also designed to handle Bitcoin hard forks much more elegantly. The person said hard forks occur when miners agree to changes in the network that underpins the cryptocurrency, creating a new version. Nasdaq's product will reinvest proceeds from the spinoff back into the original Bitcoin in a way meant to make the process more seamless for traders, the person said. So that's interesting, because in that kind of tells me that by default they're going with Bitcoin Core or Bitcoin Classic. So that's going to kind of reinforce why Bitcoin Classic may be here to stay and not be trumped by any of the hard forked versions. I still am under the feeling and under the impression that Bitcoin Cash and, you know, some of these other ones will still have a place in the market. It might be a good a good trade or a good investment to just, you know, if you don't already have any from the hard forks, get you some Bitcoin Cash. Or I would get some Bitcoin Cash. I'm not telling you what to do. This is just my personal opinion, not my professional opinion. So I'm not giving you financial advice, but that's what, you know, I think that'll be around, and we know for sure that Bitcoin will be around. It's here to stay, people. This currency is here to stay, and if you still have any reservations about it, man, you're really thick-headed or just dumb. I don't know which one it is. Check out this video, and then I'm gonna wrap up here, people.
$1,000. We've got a chart for you on Bitcoin. But this is the bit that actually interested me. We're making a great deal about a bubble. Everybody's pitching in their half pennies worth on it. But the market capitalization of this asset is $167 billion. Yep. That already exceeds 95% of the S&P 500 index members. This is real. This is here to stay. If it's on the BBC at 3:30 in the morning as a top news item, I really do get worried.
That the crash is going to have what, wider effects?
It just touches my inner Grinch.
I mean, it's been a spectacular rise. I mean, people are talking about 10,000. I mean, the fact that we've hit 10,000, I think, merely suggests that markets like big round numbers. And why not go to 15,000?
Like a target. Do you treat it like a currency? Do you treat it like a commodity?
I think more like a commodity than a currency.
Yeah, he's been listening to me.
It's a store of value, certainly, if you look at that chart. But is it a method of exchange? You know,
why shouldn't it have credibility? Why shouldn't it have credibility? I don't know. I'm trying to find my inner upside as well.
The fact that it's rising quite so quickly means that if you pay for a good in this, it means that the business who you have paid therefore doesn't really want to pass it on to someone else as the form of, you know, in the form of a currency settlement. They want to hoard it because it's a commodity that is rising in such a value. So eventually, the whole transitional element of Bitcoin starts to slow down. So you know, we're not seeing that in pound, needless to say, thanks to Brexit. So that will continue to be used as a currency, whereas Bitcoin is, you know, something for a lot of speculative money to be flowing into, and movements like that.
All right, people, that is pretty much it for today. Just want to say thanks for watching. If you like the video, make sure you like and subscribe, and join us in that Webbot chat room. We're having a great time, growing every day, near like 3,800 people all together throughout the 4 or 5 rooms that we have. So yeah, check us out, people. It's your boy Crypto Blood. I am out. Holla.